Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Baba Imo TV. I am Mobire Trebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the national news. Nigeria sitting on a keg of gunpowder. Government will not borrow 1.1 trillion naira to meet ASU's demand, says Umahi. FG hasn't informed ASU of cash crunch or Shodeke. We have convicted 1,000 terrorists in 18 months. Herdsmen killed 6. Benue governor orders victims' burial. Court remands farm worker, herdsmen for killing boars. Sebastian reacts to win versus France. Now the news in detail. The Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land, Ìbà Gani Adams, yesterday warned that Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder if it refuses to restructure the country to curtail rising insecurity. Speaking at the 2022 leadership retreat of the Oodua People's Congress, OPC, in Osogbo, Osun State, Adams said Nigeria must be restructured to its full multilingual and ethnic nature. He added that the time is right for the political class to reinvent the 1960 and 1963 constitutions if it wants to pilot the country on the path of progress and development. General Simo of Yoruba land said one of the reasons we are having insecurity challenge is because we have refused to use a structure that fits our population, our strengths as a nation, and our diversity. We are talking about 254 ethnic nationalities and about 70 languages. In a country like that, you can't run just federal police and think the country will be properly policed. In my opinion, we should go back to the basic 1960 constitution that we used to get independence, which we agreed together to use to build the country. We can also look at the 1963 constitution, which provides for 3 layers of police. Look at Amotekun, for instance. It cannot wield sophisticated weapons, while the criminal they are combating with so much more of sophisticated weapons. To the next story concerning ASU strike. Governor David Umahi of Ebonyi State yesterday said even though the demand by the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU is genuine, there is no way the country will borrow 1.1 trillion naira to meet the union's demand. Umahi, in a statement when he received members of the Nigeria Police Trust Fund led by Mr. Ben Akubweze, insisted that the basic problem in the country remains security, health, and education. According to Umahi, a university education is not for everybody. He stressed that the basic education every country strives to attain is secondary and vocational school education. He maintained that these are basic schools and that qualifications obtained from them can aid one to start off something or gain employment. In his words, there is a need to review our educational system. It mustn't be for everybody. I am not ashamed that I have a 4th class degree and my deputy is a PhD holder. It doesn't matter. So I cannot see how we cannot sit down with ASU leaders and iron out the strike problem. I have read on social media and newspapers how students got into trouble just by sitting at home or engaged in any other means of keeping themselves busy instead of being in school. There is no way the country will borrow 1.1 trillion naira to meet ASU's demand. It's unreasonable. Are the demands genuine? Yes, but we can't start little by little. Striking Academic Staff Union of Universities has said the government has not at any time indicated that it does not have money to fund the union's demands and university education. The union was reacting to recent comments by the Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Mr. Festus Keyamo, and Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi, who said it was unreasonable for the federal government to borrow over 1.1 trillion naira to meet ASU's demands. The Punch report that ASU has been on strike since February 14, 2022, after submitting its demands, which are being renegotiated by Professor Nimi Briggs' committee set up by the federal government. The strike enters its 180th day on Friday today. ASU's national president, Professor Emmanuel Oshodeke, in an interview with The Punch, described those saying the government had no money as interlopers who had no business in the affairs of ASU and the government. Oshodeke said, "Do you believe the FG has no money? Is Umahi the FG? As the Minister of Education said so, as Minister of Finance said so. If the person directed to resolve a matter has not said so, when interlopers are saying this, who will you believe?" When the Umahi become the spokesperson for the FG, they can borrow money for trader money, they can borrow money to feed school children in schools, they can borrow money to buy vehicles for Nigerian Republic, but they cannot borrow to fund education. We are tired too. If they want to close down all universities formally, they should. From that academic on strike, we go straight to the next story. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, has disclosed that the federal government has secured convictions of no fewer than 1,000 terrorists within 18 months. Malami disclosed this on Thursday at the 46th session of State House Ministerial Briefing organized by the Presidential Communications Team in Abuja. He said that within the period under review, the ministry had been involved in 312 cases ranging from terrorism to maritime offenses, armed robbery, cybercrime, and kidnapping, among others. The minister said that the justice sector encompassed all institutions of government involved in administration, enforcement, and dispensation of justice. This sector extends beyond the federal level and cuts across subnational entities and the three arms of government: the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. Effective collaboration and coordination is therefore at the crux of mandate of the Federal Ministry of Justice. Malami said that the briefing highlighted not only the policy initiatives of the ministry, but also extended to critical achievements in the justice sector through policies and initiatives. You are watching the national news from BGI TV. More to come on that is another story from the security angle. Barely a week after the inauguration of a security outfit, volunteer community guards in Benue State, some elders on Wednesday killed 6 people at 2 communities in the Logo community area of the state. The incident, according to locals, happened at Say Umboje and Say Velem Yewa, Umbong communities, Tombo Council Ward, Logo LGA of the state. Pont Metro gathered that the suspected aiders invaded the communities around 9 p.m. on Wednesday, shot periodically, and killed 6 people. The deceased were identified as Andajon, Vioram Tongba, Morgan Verem, Seo Yusosu, and Doyema Tabo, and Peter Asondo. Those injured were identified as Tengo Usi, Ubalwe Velem, and Chieta Tabo, aka Jimmy. A resident who identified himself simply as Teheri for security reasons said, on August 10, 2022, around 9 p.m., armed Fulani herdsmen attacked Say Gobi and Say Velem Yahweh and murdered 6 people. The security advisor to the governor, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Emba, retired, confirmed the incidents. From that story, we'll go to another insecurity with justice story. A Kwara State Magistrate Court sitting in Ilorin, the state capital, on Thursday ordered the remand of a farm worker and 3 herdsmen for allegedly killing a farmer. The accused persons, Issa Kasabi, Asan Baturi, and Ado Umaru, who were charged with culpable homicide, were alleged to have killed the victim, Jamil Ibrahim, 45, during a robbery. The police alleged that the defendant, on June 29, 2022, conspired and killed Ibrahim of Idofi, Odo Ashe, in the Okero local government area of the state. The first information report said that on the same date at about 12 a.m., 5 unknown gunmen invaded the Asalapa farm settlement via Idofi Odo Ashe and took his brother, Jamil Ibrahim, out of his room into a guinea corn farm behind his house, where he was fired with a gunshot and abandoned to die in a pool of blood. The report also revealed that the suspect killed Ibrahim for refusing to give them money. During the discreet investigation conducted at the SCID in Ilorin, it was revealed that Sabi Isiaka, who was a laborer working for the deceased, invited Asin Baturi and Umaru Adu of different Fulani settlements and planned to rob Jamil Ibrahim on July 26th, but executed the plan of attacking him on June 29, 2022. During discreet investigation, Sabi Isiaka confessed to have conspired with Asan Baturi, Umaru Ado, Janyo Dogo, and Ahia at large to rob the deceased. And finally, on the national news is a sports story. Falconet goal scorer Flourish Sebastian has reacted to Nigeria's hard 4-1 win against France in their Group D opener at the 2022 Under-20 Women's World Cup in Costa Rica. Sebastian was the hero for the Falconet as she scored with just minutes left to give the Falconet a perfect start. Receiving the ball on the halfway line, Messi Idoko then sent Sebastian through a ball with the latest slotting past the goalkeeper. France had the ball at the back of the net with 10 minutes left, but the consolations with VAR, the goal was overturned for a foul on Falconet's keeper, Omini Oyono. That brings a smile to the Falconet camp at Costa Rica, wishing them more success at the ongoing Under-20 Women's World Cup. Before we call it a wrap, let's quickly have some major headlines. We brought to you concerning insecurity. Nigeria sitting on keg of gunpowder, Gani Adams. Government will not borrow 1.1 trillion naira to meet ASU's demand, says Umayi. We also brought to you FG hasn't informed ASU of cash crunch or Shodeke. And finally, Sebastian reacts to win versus France. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is Babagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe, click on the notification bell, select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. And for other placements of your goods and services, coverage of events and function, please dial the phone number streaming on the screen for other placements only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rebula Lawal. Good afternoon.